I'm Cagney Gentry. I teach in the Department of Communication. I'm an assistant professor of practice. For the Leadership and Character workshop, I redesigned my Intro to Screenwriting class. And so I think part of what I grabbed onto in the Leadership and Character conference was this idea that at their heart, a screenwriter has to be humble. And I sort of invented this new disposition or this new virtue of creative humility. Creative humility specifically is this understanding that the best creative ideas for your project, whether that be a film or a screenplay, the best creative ideas for your project are not necessarily going to come from you, right? This idea that even though a creative project is your project, you have to be humble enough to realize that you need outside perspectives. Now, sometimes that's very practical in the sense that it comes from colleagues or collaborators who give you feedback, and you have to figure out how to incorporate that feedback. That's a version of creative humility. But it also comes from the idea of where does the story come from? And again, I think most of us think of writing as this solitary act where we're going to come up with the best ideas for our project. But if we embrace this idea of creative humility, my hope is that you realize the perfect idea might be out there somewhere. And it may not be something that you can think your way through. You have to put yourself in a position of unexpectedly discovering it. Right? You have to open yourself to discovery, which that links pretty well with curiosity as well. And I think the result is that, in this class, especially when I get them to think about being curious on a daily basis and being open to outside perspectives or humbling yourself to the stories around you, it gets them seeing small stories. And then the next step is realizing that those small stories, especially with a little bit of crafting and nudging in certain directions and embellishments here, those small stories can be hugely powerful, right? And I think maybe that's to me what the character-based redesign of this module is really helping me with. In trying to explore this creative humility, I feel like the students deliver the best work of the whole semester. So, that's one reason why we would want to pursue that learning outcome, that virtue-based learning outcome of creative humility and curiosity, because the product seems to be so much better. But I don't think it's even all like product related. I think it's also developing a character trait for a person that I think is really important. So that maybe goes beyond screenwriting, which is this ability to sort of step outside of yourself, which makes you a more agile person, which makes you a more compassionate person, which makes you it makes you able to adapt better to the world around you. And I think that goes beyond screenwriting, but it will help students in so many different avenues or areas of their life.